already know it's a lot that y'all want to say. I'm sure I ain't seen y'all in a minute neither, but y'all read my shirt, right? I know y'all seen the post on Instagram. You following me? You're following me. You're not at Oso Diva, OSO DIVA. I am the Hip Hop Oprah. Okay, y'all hear it on the radio when you listening, but it's only right. I literally had to bring the camera so we could talk to folk. Like, I want to talk to you on the radio, player. We got way too much to talk about for it to just be a radio interview. Listen, get whatever it is that you need because you've been doing a lot for mad long. We was in homeroom with this thing. Listen, I want to call. No. I want to call you so many different names, dude. Like, you. No. You tell me how I'm supposed to refer to you. I don't want to be rude, though.
It's your boy Super Drugs, man. We won't leave it. We'll keep it simple.
Super Drugs. That's just gonna be the first question before we. Yeah, I got a little bit. Just a little bit. I just want to.
No drink. What's up, bro?
Everybody drinking. Look, cause your name is Super Drugs. We're not trying to do that. Why Super Drugs of all the damn names? Let's go there, please.
Super Drugs. I'm gonna give you the. I don't want to give you the elongated version, but it was a movie called Outside Providence, and it was a character on a movie called Drug Delaney. When I came up with my name, because I always been rapping, but I never really promoted it, so I didn't have no stage name, I just rap, you know what I'm saying? So when I went to jail, in prison, niggas they like, yo, your name Drugs, bro. I'm like, why? So they tell me the movie, and then I was like damn south, so it just from there it went from drugs to super on it, and I just ran with that shit.
Super. So you letting some down south name?
Yeah.
Just on how they felt.
I mean, I ain't because those my folks, man. I fuck with the South heavy.
There's nothing wrong with it, but you was robbing banks up north though. Can we really talk for real?
I mean,
I ain't even get the super duper cute cup. I ain't get no glitter on it. I need one. Talk to me. Nah, but for real, everybody that knows you or knows of you, we was in Memorial together.
Facts.
You feel me? Like, and then to grow up and everybody doing what they doing, you took a left. Hard ass left, bro. Like,
if we gonna start from there, we gotta start from the beginning. I feel like and I hate like when I like putting emphasis behind it because it make like I'm bigging up doing the wrong thing or going the wrong way. But I feel like I always had like an aspect like my foot in the streets, and I was like a little more advanced than people. So it be shit I be doing and people don't even be knowing that I'm doing it. Then it's just like I just went all the way left. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Big shit, I just went all the way.
We not capitalizing it, but you're capitalizing because you authentic and capitalized. Like, just of all of the things you having your foot in, you know what I'm saying? You're in the streets, right? Mm-hmm. For you to have that and
like outside for real.
To use it to do what you did. Who told you to do that?
Man, it was circumstances that really pushed me in that direction because I came hustling. So really, like around that time, like when I ended up catching my case, it was fucked up in the street. So my whole thing was I've always been the type of person like I'm not about to like before I rob a person and do some crazy shit. A lot of these niggas be capping. A lot of niggas don't really got no money. A lot of niggas make it look like they got money, and then when you slice beneath that, it ain't no money there. So my mindset was, why
I got a whole question for you because you're not about to sit up and say you was robbing niggas just because, and then say you was because they was capping you.
No.
There's so many parts.
You missed my part. You missed what I was saying. So I'm getting to the bank shit as far as before I'm a robber nigga. I'm gonna go to where the money at. Like, I don't want to play with you. I don't want to. If that's the case, because the streets is fucked up. Like, if we want to be technical, it was a drought. So it was like, we fucked up. What we gonna do? We gonna rob some niggas that's fucked up like us, or we gonna go to where the money is. And I'm gonna always go to where the money is. You know what I'm saying? In any situation. So that was kind of like the gist of how I just jump started into. I'm gonna go set it off.
You pick a big cup because you know it's my turn because I hear you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's in the street understand, they hear you too. But you was in Willingboro, okay? And for real, everybody who read the newspaper, you know what I'm saying? We saw the news. It's like, of all the things you could have did for you to do that, why? What was the confidence of just in the situation or what it was? Because you could have got a job. Like, I'm already
I'm already on the streets. I'm out on bail for other charges before I actually went federal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, when you in the streets and you're doing wrong, you don't really. A lot of times especially when you're young, you don't have the mindset to, oh, I'm gonna get out the wrong, and then wrong is usually compounded by wrong. It's not compounded by I'm gonna do wrong, and then some people that's really not, they heart not into that, and it's not saying it's good to have your heart doing wrong, but if you really full-blooded, you really outside, you go through shit. It's just like you gonna go through shit with anything else, like with the music. I'm gonna go through shit and I'm gonna stay down. So with the streets, a lot of times we go through shit and it's like we stay down, and you just, like I said, you compound that wrong with more wrong.
I keep on going to Willenboro, but even you said you were out on bail for other charges. So what were the other things?
At the time, I think when I caught my Fed case, I was out on bail for a gun charge, guns and drugs, and then I ended up, when I caught my Fed case, I caught more guns and drugs on top of the bank robbery. So it was like,
saying, why don't y'all feel the pop? Like when you get popped on your hand as a baby, it's like, you had guns and shit on you already, and then you get it again. Listen, so even for that, it's just frustrating because it's like a lot of niggas will scream, I don't got the love, I don't got the support. But just in this right here, to know that you were going to get a charge, you just came out with some shit, and then you do some shit, now you in another charge, and you think going to the bank and handing the teller a damn piece of paper.
Nah, it wasn't no paper.
It wasn't no paper. So
it wasn't no paper. So it was more. It was. I need that. Like it wasn't. And that's how I end up. Because for real, if you slice it down with the no shit, niggas that rob banks with notes, they actually get less time. So it really, the fucked up part about it is, and this would like kind of like pump my brakes after, like, damn, I'm in some shit. Because when you start going through the federal process, it's, nigga, we would have gave you 20 months for this shit with a fucking note, but since you had a gun, take this 7 years minimum mandatory for this gun, and then we gonna run this other 4 years separate for the robbery itself, and we gonna add up more because the money and all of that, and then you gonna do all of that and just sit down and go think about what you did, since you want to put guns in people's faces, and you want to take, and then you want to go on high speed chases, and we're gonna enhance you on that too because you was endangering the public,
and then you crashed your car.
Absolutely.
Listen, for the people who do not know what this is, they don't know.
That's my mugshot. That's young me.
So just walk us through from the beginning of the situation. You walked into the bank, and what happened?
I walked into the bank. I'm gonna take you from the beginning. Me, I looked at it like, I'm not about to. How do I say this without incriminating nobody?
Don't do it.
My selection process of it was, I'm gonna pick a bank that got a residential area behind it, and I'm gonna park my car outside of camera view and all of that. So we're not gonna put that in the mix of how I'm gonna get caught if they see my car. So I'm gonna come through the residential area, I'm gonna go into the bank, I'm gonna go get busy. So in the course of me going to go get busy, I'm in there, they don't press no buttons, they put the money on the counter, I get the money. As I'm coming out, and it's funny because I got a ski mask on my head, like the same type of ski mask I got on my head. I'm coming out the bank, and this shit like just go like in slow motion, like it's like a cop is riding by on a routine. I got a big ass bag on my hand. The gun is in the bag, and I'm running out the bank. I'm running out the bank like this.
Ski mask,
I got
y'all.
the ski mask on. See? He looked. Oh shit! And now we're gonna hit that. And he chased me through the cut. I get to my car. He freeze. I jump in the car. I mash on him. There's no police behind me. I get out the residential area. I end up on the main road. As I'm on the main road, I see the police coming. Now they already see my car, so they banging Yui. So now they jump behind me. I get towards Willenboro. I'm out north. I turn in Willenboro. Like I'm really about to float past the turn. But I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, cause in my mind I'm like, if I get in Willenboro, fuck this car. I'm straight. Like I know these streets. I'm good. Fuck the car is throwaway. Fuck the car. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, running.
And as I start to breeze by the turn, it clicked like turn, and I smack into a car. I jump out the car. I leave the gun. I leave the money in the car. I jump out. I try to run. As I'm running, there's police coming from everywhere. So it was a female police that actually apprehended me. So you know how like when you playing with like a laser pointer, like, and you put it on somebody's face, they could tell, like, it's something on their face. Like, you can feel, like, the shit brush behind you. Something tell me, just as I'm running, something tell me turn around. And I turn around, I see this little itty bitty police lady. This was got a big ass gun. And I'm like, you know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna play. I'm not even gonna play with y'all. Like, I'm about to get it, because I don't want to get shot with it. If you shoot me with that, you gonna end me. You gonna put me in a wheelchair. You gonna end me. So you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and get down, because there's really nowhere to run. At this point, it's over with. You feel what I'm saying? And that was the beginning and the end, and I feel like another beginning too, because it birthed me. Like, I had already been rapping, but it birthed me musically. Like, it helped me find to where I'm at now.
The short police lady.
Yeah.
And that's
she had a gun bigger than her. She had a gun bigger than her.
The name of your project, okay? Police lady. Because how did that, for you to be a whole kind of rapper, to be respected in what it is that you're saying, you ain't capping off shit, you talking about what you're doing.
Talking about what I'm doing.
But how did that birth you?
Because I'm saying the situation.
But the whole situation, like, how would that,
like, musically, because I feel like this. Like I said, you compound wrong with wrong. So I probably, like, I had been rapping, but I was rapping for my bros. Like, we was rapping, like, just pastime. It wasn't, I'm in the studio, I'm putting effort into dropping projects. So I feel like sitting in prison, that kind of put me, because that was my therapy, writing music and learning. I had to teach myself how to write songs. I just knew how to rap. It's a format, it's an art in writing songs and all of that. So I feel like without none of that, I never would have told nobody, like, I rap. Like, this guy, I just would have been like, I know how to rap. And
how many years did that guy get though? For that whole situation?
I was out on bail for the gun charge in the state, and then I caught how they did it was, I had like 14 charges in the state, but it was the charges of, if I didn't go federal, this would be what they would have had charged me with. The feds only wanted two of the charges, the gun and the robbery. So basically how they did it was, they was kind of trying to fuck me over, because it was like double jeopardy, because I had the robbery in the state, I had the gun in the state, I had looting, aggravated assault because the gun actually touched each other's face. It was like a bunch of charges. So now I go from having one case already open to now I got this case in the state with the same charges that the feds got, and then I got a federal case. So by the grace of God, I had a trial date for my gun charge, and I ended up spanking both of them. I dismissed both of the cases, because the one gun case, it stemmed from me being in the crack house, and the crackhead basically had stole something from me. And make a long story short, me and my homie was in the crib strapped up, and he left. He had stole something. I found out that he stole it. He leaves. He comes back, but when he left, he went to the police. So the police is setting formation around the crib. They about to kick his door. So somebody was coming to buy something from me, and they like, yo, it's mad police around. So we look out the window. I see them set. So we out the back door. Make a long story short, I get away. I toss my strap. I put it in, I think I ran, it was in Garfield. I put it in somebody's like gutter in their house. But when then I had warrants. So I knew that I was going to get booked. This before the Fed shit. Right. So I knew that I was going to get booked. And I dusted the gun off. The gun ain't have my prints on or nothing. My dumbass homie, this nigga, he's trying to hit the gate. His gun come out off his waistband. So now you got probable cause of what the fiend is saying is correct, because they never would have found my gun. So the gun comes off his waist. He gets booked. I'm still, I see them booking him. I'm still like hiding. They ends up booking me. I had the gun on me. So now I'm cool. These little traffic warrants, I'm straight. So they searching the area high and low. So I'm like, they ain't gonna find me this shit. Make a long story short, they come to the police station with the motherfucking gun. They do some shit on my hand, like the shit that they do when you shoot. I'm like, bro, I didn't shoot nobody. So you telling me, you can't tell me that I had no gun. They end up charging me because the fiend's word. So it was like a statement basically saying, I'm giving you crack to hustle out your crib. And so the case is bullshit. So I end up spanking it. And in the course of that, I spanked the other charges for the bank robbery, for the feds kid got. And then I got my feds time. So I end up getting 11 years.
Do you understand, like, first of all, you're not allowed to say, make a long story short for the rest of this interview. I gotta tell you. Second of all, I gotta tell you exactly what's going on. Everything you telling us are scenes, okay? Yeah. I'm telling you now, ain't nobody using to watch them. Cause everything that you saying, we're watching it. Like, you was in Garfield, ducking, we see you in the bush. Like, I see you in the bush. But 11 years for all of this. And you making it seem like that was therapy for you with all of this music. I understand that. But all of your life, you weren't booked in Jersey, were you?
Nah.
Why didn't they put you in Jersey if it happened in Jersey?
The feds is a little different. And then at the time, we're going to go into that. That's a segue into the whole, like, during this time, you got to understand, I was already under federal investigation. So
why?
From my homies, shit that we was doing, and it just was, we had it. The case stemmed from, if y'all from Burlington County, a lot of y'all know that MOE shit. So we kind of was pegged wrong because we all Muslim. So they put us on the gang bracket that we're a gang, and it was a whole federal investigation. So the investigation stemmed from gun trafficking to drug trafficking to bank robberies to murders to shootings, shit like that. So I was already under the microscope. So but by the grace of God, I caught my own indictment. I didn't fall under a case where I have 10 Kogies, I have niggas writing statements on me, I have, in the long run, niggas told on me, but in my initial federal case, it was a complaint. And what a complaint is when you catch a federal offense, like, in real time. It's not like they put effort into surveilling me, and like they didn't get my case didn't come from an investigation. It come from me getting caught on the spot. So that's how that went.